just for the effect of looking professional, maybe.
I guess, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Toyota Tuesdays. I'm Brian from Sixth Gear Garage, and I have with me this week Clinton from Dirt Garage.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Sorry about the late start here. We're having a little Skype issue, so Clinton's joining us on his phone today. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's been what? Been a few weeks. Last week we were both out. Um,
yeah.
it's been like I think 3 weeks since the last show, so thanks for your patience, guys. Right off the bat, I want to say we are in the process of moving this show from my channel to its own dedicated channel, and I put a link up in the pinned comment here for the dedicated Toyota Tuesdays channel. So go over there and subscribe. So when we do make the switch, you will be able to catch the new episodes. I think we've got like 40 subs there so far. So it's slowly growing. but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know we're gonna make the switch, but when we do, at least you'll be in the loop. Um, and so what's new with you, Clint? I've seen you've been on some adventures lately.
Yeah, so finally got the truck out on the trails, which is really nice change than just shot videos. As much as I like making those too, it's just way nicer to get out and
Oh yeah.
actually out and use the truck that I've been spending so much time working on lately. Um, Lots of little kinks to sort out still, but when you do a job as intense as like a fire restoration and an engine swap, there's always things to sort out.
Yeah.
It's almost never just perfect immediately, but
But it's only been like little stuff, right? Like it was getting hot one day, and well,
yeah,
you always break a burr
more
field. That's nothing new.
more recently, I lost brakes like last Friday on my way out to camp. I don't know what exactly happened. I was going down the highway, probably 15 kilometers out of town, and I noticed a severe like lack of power in my truck. So I pulled over and I see smoke coming from my front brakes. And so yeah, I
Oh,
jack it up and realized that my calipers were sticking. um,
on
I
both
waited
sides.
on both sides. Yeah.
Weird.
So I jacked it up, tried to spin it, could feel the resistance of the calipers. I realized I was only like half a kilometer to the dirt road, and then from there it's a hop and a skip to camp. So I decided, well, after it cooled off, it freed up. So I was like, well, I'll limp it to camp and figure out what I'm going to do from there. And yeah, it lost brakes completely uh, shortly after I left to go to camp. One of the calipers just blew out, blew the brake fluid everywhere, and yeah, just limped it to camp in low range without having. I mean, the brakes can't stick if you don't have brake pressure.
Right?
So yeah, I just limped it to camp carefully in low range, and yeah. And today I replaced both the calipers because they both I didn't trust either of them anymore, and new pads and stuff. I don't know what caused them to stick. I feel like it might be maybe the new master cylinder because it got new brake booster master cylinder and everything after the fire restoration. Maybe it's sticking the front brake. I don't know.
Hmm. Or maybe there's like,
So
I don't know. Or could there be like a maybe an adjustment and a linkage that's a little bit off, just not
it,
giving it
it
enough.
could it could be it too, but it's strange because yeah, 2 weeks ago I drove like 1,800 kilometers on like I drove 900 kilometers to the trail, spent a few days at the coast, wheeling there, and then drove 900 kilometers back, and there wasn't a single sign of this. The next weekend, I go out, and yeah, it's 15 kilometers out of town. This happened, so I got extremely lucky that it didn't happen on the last trip.
Yeah.
And, like anywhere, like I don't know, yeah, it could have been as far as like 900 kilometers away from home, and there's no limp to get home there.
Hmm. Yeah, that's weird.
Hmm.
I've had that happen once. It
Yeah,
was on a Honda Civic though, but same deal. I just rebuilt it, put a new engine in, clutch and everything. And as I was
yeah,
taking it out for the first time to break in the clutch, the brakes
yeah,
like did that. They stuck and they were smoking. So I had to limp it
yeah,
back home, just roasting my brand new clutch.
yeah.
Luckily, it was all right. But yeah, and the problem I never found out what the problem was. I just adjusted the pedal a lot more, and it was all right. But
You adjusted it out more.
yeah, because it wasn't going out enough like toward the driver. And there
Yeah.
was like a threaded thing I could do to bring it out more. I don't know why it had to be changed, but
So, mine, I felt like it's adjusted out almost too much.
oh
Just from how much I have to fight it to get in.
yeah. Hmm.
onto the pedal. Yeah, but hmm,
Yeah, but
no
hey, man,
more.
at least the powertrain's good.
But yeah, the powertrain's still mostly decent. It's got a few hiccups, but
Yeah,
it's
good.
getting there.
Good. Well, let's see. Oh, we got a question here. Busted a front solid line on my 92 two-wheel drive once. Oh, had to use the handbrake to get home. Yeah, you always got the
Yeah,
handbrake.
yeah, I did. I had the handbrake functional on my truck too. So I wouldn't have wanted to limp it as far if I didn't have at least the handbrake.
Right.
They're pretty important.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Trying to think any recent Yoda projects I've been into. Haven't touched my 1980 yet. I did get. I started on the wheels for my Land Cruiser because they were all, you know how salt destroys aluminum wheels.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. So I bought this wheel as like wheel acid, like this acid cleaner to actually clean them off and get them like stripped down, and that wouldn't even work. There's just so
Yeah.
much brake dust and just crud from years of salt and stuff on them. So I actually had my buddy sandblast them for me. I just picked them back up today, so I've got like a clean slate. So I'm gonna get those things refinished and get them on the truck here soon.
Nice.
But yeah, that's about it. Been ticking around with some non Toyotas, which we'll get there eventually. But let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I would say on so many of my Toyota pickups, the handbrakes don't even work. Like the ones that you pull
Oh
out
yeah.
from the dash. Yeah, half of them I don't think. Just because all the hardware gets rusty and the springs get
Yeah.
all rusty and yeah, my 85's still good, but most of them do not actually do anything that I've owned.
Well, at least yeah, if you're not wheeling it, it's not quite as important, I
Yeah.
guess. But like I don't know, I've been in some pretty tricky spots where like if I lost brakes right now, I'm dead. So it's like, and I like to have that just for
Yeah.
insurance purposes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I guess in the manual it's not as not a big deal. You know,
it's a big deal.
you can always just coast down hills in first gear and low. Well, especially you because
Yeah,
you've got your triple case or triple sticks.
triple
But
sticks. Yeah, yeah. I just put 4.7 gears in my rear transfer case too, so I've got the 2.28 or the 4.7 or the 2.28 and the 4.7. So I've got three different low ranges now.
wow. So in your lowest low range, like
Yeah,
what pace does it just creep along at? I mean, is it
it's
just like a slow
oh,
like
it
slow?
is a super slow crawl. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I can walk slow and I'm going faster than the truck.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah. It's just shy of like 200 to 1 right now, like
That's
its crawl
crazy.
ratio.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not necessary. I was already pretty low with dual transfer cases, but having that little extra bit of low does make the truck essentially drive itself up obstacles.
Right.
But yeah.
Speaking of nice, man, I got to compliment you on the mullet.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man, it's just perfect. Kind of
Yeah.
jealous. I mean, you can't even hardly see mine there, but I'm trying. It's just
It's trying.
yeah.
That's all.
I just don't have the DNA for a fine mullet like yourself there.
Well, see, I grew my hair out really long, like over the last year, knowing that I wanted to cut it into a mullet.
Okay.
But I didn't want to grow a mullet and have it take its time and just like slowly look like a half or like wannabe mullet. I was like, yeah, I want it to look like a mullet when I finally cut it to a mullet. So,
Well, you're
and
definitely there.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm really happy with it.
You get a lot of compliments out and about
uh,
around town.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm probably one of the most like as far as automotive YouTubers go, I probably get more comments on my hair than like anyone else does.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but people seem to love the mullet. I get comments in every single video about my hair now,
That's awesome.
and
So
not
it's
just one, like many.
so it's like actually helping the channel grow.
I guess, yeah,
Yeah.
people seem to love it.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't know whether it's helping them decide to subscribe or not, but but maybe. Yeah.
Hey, I've never had I had one last year, especially like toward the end of the year. I I tried to trim it myself. I screwed it up, so I started over. But I never got any compliments on mine in any videos.
Oh,
So no, so you're doing it right, man.
mine's quite obvious.
Any viewers? Anyone out there? You guys rocking a mullet? If so, let us
Question.
know.
I've had viewers send me personal messages on Instagram showing me photos of their mullets, saying that I inspired them to cut their hair
Nice.
into a mullet. Oh, yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. Are they pretty common up there in Canada or?
They're becoming common-ish.
Yeah.
You don't see them like everywhere, but like every once in a while, you'll see somebody else with a mullet.
All
But
right. Same here. Yeah.
yeah,
I think a lot of people. I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on your job. If you're wearing a suit every day and you're sitting at a desk all day, that
Mhm.
type of environment may not be approving of a mullet. But guys
yeah,
like us, you know.
and that's part of the reason why I even grew out my hair in the first place, because I stopped working at a desk job or trying to like impress anybody.
Yeah.
I wanna grow my hair, because for the longest time working at a desk job, I was forced to cut my hair. They wouldn't allow me to have long hair like I like to have it. So yeah,
It's freedom.
feel more like me. Yeah,
All right. Well, back to Toyotas here. We could talk about mullets all night, but
yeah, oh, absolutely.
this is for you by Helix Hoarder. Clinton, did you have any fires where you were wheeling last week?
If you're talking forest fires,
Yeah.
you could see the smoke plumes from a couple, but not you couldn't visibly see the fire or flame from where we were. We're plenty far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fires in our area right now. I don't know about you.
I guess Oregon is really bad right now. They're saying
Yeah,
they can't even put it out unless we get like a huge rainstorm. So
yeah,
that sucks. And it's like every year gets worse. It seems like
yeah.
with the hotter weather.
Uh, British Columbia just went into state of emergency because of the amount of fires we've got up here. But I mean, yeah, you said it's in Oregon. You guys have it?
Right now there's a real bad one over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we're just above Oregon, same
yeah.
probably same temperature and everything. So
Yep. And you guys,
luckily, my specific region of British Columbia, it's not terrible. We got a few fires, but nothing like crazy, crazy.
yeah. Uh, hey, no natural disasters here in Ohio. So ever,
Perfect.
ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do a new show. Mullet Monday.
mullet Mondays. A good plan.
Yeah. So I'm second in line to buy a 1994 FZJ80 for $1,600 or best offer. I saw
Oh,
it,
really?
yeah, it popped up on Facebook. It's from Ohio, so it's rusty. The underside is really nasty.
Yeah,
Got some holes in the body and whatnot, but running, driving, a brake line just blew out, because of rust. But
yeah,
yeah, I saw it last night. I messaged the dude. It must have just went up because he's like, "You're the second guy that messaged me. Someone's coming to get it tomorrow. If they don't, you're next." So I've been checking Facebook all day. He hasn't heard. I haven't heard back yet. So it's either gone or he's giving this guy till like midnight to come get it.
yeah.
So I figured, I obviously don't need it, but it'd be good for the channel to show how to take it apart and just show how much Ohio sucks with road salt.
Yeah.
You guys see a lot of that. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
So yeah, we'll stay tuned to see if that happens. Fingers crossed. I'm betting it's sold though, because that's a steal.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Actually, we actually just set our dates to go down to Moab in October. Now, obviously, the borders aren't open now, but I think they'll open pretty soon. So, Canada, we're opening our borders to you guys August 9th. So, I'm hoping your borders follow suit to that. It probably will. We were pretty in line when we both closed our borders. So, I'm hoping they're going to open somewhat around the same time. But yeah, we're hoping to get down to Moab in October.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Now I'm curious, like when they do open the borders, is it going to be like a thing where you got to show you've been vaccinated, or like you get
be fully vaccinated.
they're going to check
I,
your?
I yeah, I got vaccinated specifically knowing that this probably going to be a thing to even cross the border or travel in the near future. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah. I
that is,
mean, it seems like things are like fine back to normal around here. You'll see like one out of every like 20 people with the mask on still, but
yeah. Our mask mandate just got lifted, I think last week, a couple weeks ago, which is really nice. But yeah, yeah, you'll still see the odd person wearing a mask. Probably like if you're going out in public, it's probably 30% of people are still wearing masks. But
okay. And then I
yeah,
still see idiots like driving around in their own car with the windows up with their mask on still. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, my wife used to or did that all the time too, because she has to wear it at work, and then she got so used to wearing it at work all day that she would just forget to take it off when she came out to the car, just because it was just a part of her at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, she told me like I understand where that how that happened. I've done the same thing. She said so, but you do look pretty silly doing it. That's for sure.
Yeah. See, I never, because I work from home, I never got used to wearing mine. So every
No,
time
yeah,
I never wore it in a car. And I go up to
yeah,
a store and walk in the door and see the sign, like, oh crap, I gotta go back to my car, get my mask. Every
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, got a couple comments here. My 1996 Hilux just got a miss while driving. Don't know if it's the head gasket. What engine do you have in that?
Yeah,
Um,
especially if it's a Hilux.
yeah,
Well, some people will call their pickups Hilux. So it was 96, so that wouldn't be a pickup. It'd be a Tacoma if it was here. So
that's true.
yeah, what
Yeah,
would it be? 3 liter diesel?
yeah. I guess I don't know. I guess I assumed everybody watching the show was from the
Jason
U.S.
plugs already. I mean, unless he's talking glow plugs, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Hmm.
What is a 4Y? Is that a diesel?
4Y. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, where are you from, Taco Bell? I assumed because it's like evening time in the U.S. We were all from the U.S. But if you're from the other side of the world, well, kudos for checking in.
Yeah,
Let's see here, 4Y. Google that real quick.
yeah. I'm trying to
St.
figure out.
Lucia. All right. Let's see. Toyota 4Y engine. Um. Okay, it's is available as a carbureted, which is the 4Y, or fuel injected 4YE.
Hmm.
Um, and it was produced from 82 to 96. Interesting. 2.2 liter. Okay.
I've never seen one of those motors.
I feel like I did see one, and it was in a one of those. It was an imported Toyota van. Those real like space-looking ones from the 80s.
Yeah.
I think I saw it in one of those one time.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I know nothing. I have no experience in a 4Y.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you whether it's got like distributor coil and plugs or like where do you even start with that engine to look for misses or
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'd say start with your basic tune-up. Cap rotor, plugs, wires. Usually, if it's a miss, it's one of those.
Or an injector.
Or an yeah, yeah. Depend. I guess if you got the carbureted or the fuel injected, that's gonna depend too.
Yeah, exactly. 96, I'd imagine that's fuel injected though. It said
Yeah,
it started 86 or something when I was looking it up. So those would probably be the carbureted one.
yeah, um, yeah. Let us know. Matt, fixing up a 9622R. Currently trying to get fuel to the carb. Currently no fuel coming from the mechanical fuel pump. Um, let's see. No fuel coming from the fuel pump. So are you getting fuel uh, to the pump? 86. Okay, 86. Not 96. Let's see. The pump could be doing one of two things. It could have a torn diaphragm in it that's causing it not to build the pressure or the suction, whatever, to get the fuel to the pump. But trying to think, you could have a clogged fuel filter. I checked one of those two first. Usually, if the fuel, I don't know, I had a fuel pump, a mechanical fuel pump go bad, and it was leaking, actually dripping gas from the pump. So I don't know if there'd be a diaphragm inside in that case. Um,
I've never dealt with the mechanical fuel pumps. I've never. played with a 22R, and all I've ever played with a carbureted Toyota engine ever, actually.
Oh, they're kind of fun if you don't mind vacuum lines. They
Yeah.
can be fun. Um, yeah, Joel said he had the same problem. Replace the pump. Yeah, they're known to go bad. I mean, eventually they're all going to wear out because they are mechanical, and they're pretty cheap to replace. So, I mean, if it's the original one, you might as well start there. Let's see, Taco Bell. The 4Y is carbureted. So, yeah,
Yes.
definitely cap rotor, plugs, wires. I'd start there. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah, 40 years. That's what I'm saying, man. OEM parts. It made it 40 years. That's pretty impressive for a mechanical part. So you might as well buy another OEM one for 1.5 times as much as you'd pay for a Chinese one at the parts store.
Yeah, and have it last longer than your body.
Exactly. Yeah. Let your kids worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to see this rusty and crusty Land Cruiser that I still may get it. I don't know. We'll check tonight.
I want to see it. I want it.
For that price, I mean, you can't go wrong. Zane, are you guys into the first gen Forerunners? Unfortunately, I'm not, just because I haven't bought one. Have you ever you've owned a first gen, right, Clinton?
Yeah, briefly.
Yeah, for a little
I
bit.
the old one, and it was just used for parts essentially at one point. But um, if like could afford to have another vehicle and build another vehicle, I would totally build a first gen Forerunner. I mean, I'd also build an Land Cruiser 40 or an 80, or I mean, I'm into them.
Or yeah, there's a whole list. It's like a top 10 list of Toyotas I would like to own.
It's in there, yeah.
I will say that I do look for a first gen Forerunner, but the prices are just, and
Up and up, yeah.
it's at the point now where, you know, I don't know, even the crappy ones are getting expensive. So, but I look once in a while still. I'll find one day. But yes, since I got into Land Cruisers, the Forerunners kind of took the back burner. And speaking of Land Cruisers, here is the rusty one I may or may not pick up tomorrow. We'll see. Let's see here. So yeah, I saw this last night. 1,600 bucks. Let's see.
So
We got.
cheap. Even for a set of 80 axles, that's so cheap.
Yeah, really just the axles alone are worth a grand. Um,
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so much more than that in just parts.
exactly. So
Axles are probably worth more than a grand, though. Those 80 axles are very sought after with the high pinion and the big ring pinion too, and e-lockers.
yeah, this one I don't think is locked. We probably would have said it in the ad, but uh, but
It is.
it's got an ARB bumper on it. And that alone is $1,000. So I mean, like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, someone came to drive it. It blew out a brake line, so it's backlisted again. And that's when I saw it. He says 1,600 or best offer, and it runs. So there it is. Let's see here. Go down. There's the underside. This is what you get in Ohio. Um, yeah, there's the rocker panel. It's That's about what you get in Ohio. That's sad, but that's unfortunate. It's been repainted. They just spray bombed it black, I'm guessing, at some point. But it's complete. Uh, it's got the FCJ. So it's got the newer motor. There's the ARB bumper on it. It's really nice.
That's a killer deal.
Yeah. And when I saw it had that bumper on it, I was kind of like, okay, I'm emailing you right now because that bumper alone is over $1,000.
Now, are you wanting the bumper for your other rig?
I don't know, cause like I've got that cool sort of JDM one on it now, and it looks really period correct. Um, I don't know. I'd probably see it in person and see if this is nice and make sure it's not rusty all underneath or something like that. We'll see.
Yeah, make sure the frame's all right.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
There's easily what he's asking in parts on it, and a lot more. Does
Yes.
it start the engine running on it?
Yeah, he's got a video of it running too, so it does run. Um, and it's lifted too to top it off. It looks like it's got maybe a 2-inch lift on it, but you can
Now,
see.
is it just spacers?
Uh, don't know. I don't. Yeah, that I don't know. But you can
Oh,
see the
it's like an emu or
he didn't say, so it might just be spacers. But yeah, the body is destroyed. That's the sad part. You can see it's just literally falling apart. And cloth seats, dirty cloth seats, and that's it. That's all I saw. But at that price, I don't need to see anymore. So
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see if it happens. Um, good thing it has fresh paint. Wouldn't want to be embarrassed when the tow truck shows up. Yeah, tactical tactical snack storage slots. There you go. Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah,
Um,
the floors are probably ruined in it too.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's like a typical Ohio Toyota. Unfortunately, but um, the blue for oh yeah. There's no update on my first gen. It's literally sat untouched all summer. I thought I'd get to it by now and I haven't. The bed is still there. I haven't touched it. I got another bed, the red one for four-wheel drive, but it's rusty, but in different areas than my blue bed is rusty. So I can cut and combine the two beds into one sort of rust-free bed. I hope. We'll see. It's gonna
Make any progress on that?
haven't touched it.
Was it the 3 liter you're putting in the gambler rig?
Oh, let's see here. I'm trying to think the last time we did a show. We got it in there. Um, we made the mounts. We got it dropped
Yeah,
in. We set the body back on. It clears the firewall, and
perfect.
yeah, it looks pretty sweet in there. So next thing we got to do is just we got to start like lopping off parts of the body to get it to sit down lower because it looks pretty stupid right now. It's like way jacked up high. So that's yeah, no updates on that. We got to get back to that soon. Um, yeah, I tell you what, we got some emails here from even a couple weeks back. Let's jump over there and we'll catch up on those. You guys, if you want to send me pictures of your rigs, your Yodas, send them to toyotatuesdays@gmail.com. The email is up in the pinned comment here at the top, whichever side this is on here. So, uh, when was the last show? Was it? We might have saw this last time, I think. But nice, what year? 85 four-wheel drive. Very nice.
It's
Out
very nice.
out west, rust free, of course.
Yeah, it's a nice bed.
Yeah, it is. I'm jealous. Let's see here. 1980. Okay, this is a pair of 1982s, and it's a video here. Let me download. He bought it as a package deal. They both have some rust issues, including bad frames. I know your pain. He has found and bought two virtually rust-free frames. Wow. To replace them. Where do you find two rust-free frames? I want to know. They both have complete black interiors in good shape with crack-free dash pads. Nice, I'm jealous. The last two photos show both the 82's interiors. So what did I download here? Where are we? Okay. Oh, there it is. All right, I got a slideshow here. Cool. Oh, nice. I like the original paint. Those stripes are
It's
so cool.
Columbia.
Nice. That's in nice shape.
Mm-hmm. And it's in my neck of the woods. It's even rarer.
Yeah. Wow. It is nice. These things are clean. I'm sure whatever you paid, you got a good deal. There's both of them side by side. Nice.
I don't think there's audio in that video. I don't need to wear those.
Yeah.
Instead of listening to our conversation twice.
Oh, that's clean. Is that a? Oh, never mind. Air freshener. Yeah, those are nice, man. Nice score. Very nice. And Juliana Miller. Okay, this is the S. Okay, this is the S10 that has the Toyota. I forget, is it leaf springs? What is it? It's not the axles, but oh, that's kind of look at that. There's a cool idea for a tailgate.
Seatbelt buckles.
Yeah, there you go. That's some gambler innovation right there. I like that. Cool. And new parts truck. Drove 17 hours last weekend to buy this.
Looks like that guy paid $2,500 for the pair of 82s.
Okay,
That's a good deal.
that's a really good deal. SR5 parts truck, nice. He rolled it. So the turbo was blown, or the turbo motor was blown. Put a 22RE in. Came with a R151 trans. Nice. That's
Bonus.
yeah, really good deal. Let's see here, nice. Got a lot of turbo parts for it. So yeah, what are you gonna do with this? I'm
Oh
curious.
man, let's get back. The troll that finds his way in these streams.
What do we get?
The fuel pump from a 1969 Toyota F-150. I'm pretty sure that guy finds his way into all our streams here.
That's a clean interior. Nice. You got some good deals up there. What is this?
Oh, beauty. Red
Download.
interior.
Yeah. Let's see that again while this downloads. You know, I don't see hardly any red interiors. At least I see it once in a while and they're all faded, but a nice red interior is very hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. All right, what did I download here? I trust you guys, by the way. Don't be. Okay, there we go.
That's new, by the way. That's funny. Does this have audio?
Yeah, this is the one that was no audio. No. Yeah, a little bit of a rollover there.
Ooh,
Why did we pause? There we go.
turbo EFI.
I mean, considering it was rolled over, it's not that rough.
No.
Got all the goodies, all the options. Oh, nice. I've never even seen a turbo steering wheel before.
Me neither.
Cause I
Oh, positions.
oh, got some cruise there. Nice. See that? What's that green? Wait, go back. What's that green light right there? Anyone know what that's for?
Cruise indicator, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah,
Just saying it's on.
could be. Yeah, I've never had a truck with cruise, so this is like
Does
way.
it say, is there a cruise blank in the clusters? I don't remember.
Nice. All right, under the hood, the turbo RTE is gone, and this is the 22RE in its place.
Well, it'll be more reliable that way, anyways. And you got the bonus of an R151.
This looks like the dual diaphragm booster too. They've got the better brake booster, so bonus there. It might have a bigger master cylinder. I'm not sure on that.
In
Ah,
my brother's 85, we did just the V6 third gen booster and master cylinder. It was a huge upgrade over the stock 85 stuff. R151.
oh wow, those are minty. I've never seen those OEM wheels look that good
Oh, the
before.
chrome.
Yeah.
I'm a few seconds behind you here watching.
Okay.
He was still looking at the other wheel when you said that. Like, okay.
Yeah, my low standards here in Ohio, you know.
Yeah.
Those are all the factory turbo goodies
Yeah.
and
That
intake and
RET ECM is probably worth a bit of money.
oh yeah,
How rare they are.
got a water pump and something there. Can't tell what that is. Wow, even a tailgate's nice. Wow. Okay, dude. Well, I'm officially jealous of you. You and Helix Hoarder, you guys find nice stuff up in your neck of the woods. So, yeah, thanks for sharing. Let me go back here and catch up on comments. Are there any differences between with the 84 to 85 pickup solid front axle? I have a guy at work that wants to buy an 84 axle. I forget the reason, but he said there's something different. I believe the only difference is the 85 has a little bit of extra uh, gusset on the, is it the top or the bottom or both or something like that?
It's the bottom.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they're different between 84 and 85. For some reason, I thought they were that 84 is when they updated the gusset.
That might be it.
I think 84, 85 should have the same gusset. Um, yeah, I think it's 79. 80, I don't remember. I can't tell you for sure what years got what gussets, but I think 84, 85 have the same gusset. I don't think Toyota would have updated the gusset for 1 year.
Yeah,
Then
that's
again, I
true.
guess they ran those solid axles a lot longer overseas, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
could be wrong about that though. But yeah, if there is a difference, it's just that bottom gusset.
Yeah, that makes sense because they, yeah,
That that being said, my solid axle is from an 82, so it's got one of the smaller gussets, and I haven't had an issue bending axles, but I've also got the trail gear massive gusset on top. So, and if you're buying a solid axle to do a solid axle swap, there's a high chance that you're probably going to do that gusset because it comes with a lot of the kits. So I wouldn't see the year of the solid axle as much of a selling feature. But yes, if you can, an 85, so it's the best. The mechanic decided to make an appearance.
it's that mullet, man. You got pussy all over you.
Yeah, apparently. They can't.
Let's see. So, okay, I need a new fuel pump for my. Oh, this is never mind. Okay. Um, Sadly, my tires are starting to. Oh, all right. I'm not reading the name before I'm reading the comment. Yeah, the tire rust is the worst. We get that real bad in Ohio too. Green light is cruise control. Um, Light to I think indicate. Mine is broken. Okay, good to know. Well, shall we visit the marketplace?
Sounds good.
Actually,
I'm just trying to look up information on those gussets.
okay. Uh,
I'm questioning myself whether 84 actually is the same.
Before
But
we
yeah,
head to the marketplace, you guys have you guys seen this 85 Back to the Future replica on eBay for a steep $70,000? I think this might be a little overpriced, but there was one on Bring a Trailer a while back. You know what? I'm gonna look this up really quick and see if I can find it.
okay, so 84, 85 does both. They both have the big gusset on the bottom.
Okay.
So anyway, 79 to 82 is different than 83, and then they updated from 83 to 84. So yeah, there was three different styles, but
I wonder what the difference was on the 83. I'm curious. They did a little bit
yeah,
of update and they're like, nah, we can do better, and they did it
they
again
could,
for.
yeah, exactly.
So first, let's stop at Bring a Trailer over here. You can see we've got a couple Back to the Future replicas here. One sold for 18, almost 19,000, and this is I think the highest pickup I've ever seen sell. And this one sold for 58,000, a little over a year ago. And this thing is like, this is very very nice. I mean, very clean. I didn't check the miles on that actually. How many miles? They're gonna tell us 130,000 miles. But yeah. So this one's they're shooting for 70 grand on this one. It looks nice, but it's got 260,000 miles.
You can go up there. It's fine. We'll
And
catch up right for a second.
if you check out the history report, it shows it shows 300,000 miles. So there's already some kind of mileage discrepancy. So that's kind of like, makes you wonder. Even though they
Yeah.
say it's one owner, still makes you wonder what's going on there. But no, this is pretty clean. Nice truck. I just don't know if it's 70K nice. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, have the prices climbed that much? You know that these trucks are a Back to the Future replica is now worth 70K. I don't know what's going on there. There's rust behind there. I'm not sure if that's just like a plate behind the plate or what. Or I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, if that's what replicas go for, I mean, you just
What
start building Back to the Future replicas
As I
or
say,
something.
yeah, what are we doing? Why aren't we building these?
I don't remember Back to the Future vehicle having the truck or a diff cover.
Oh, good call. Yeah, you got to take off some money for that.
Or a U-bolt flip kit.
Yeah. Or are those Bilsteins? I don't think I have Bilsteins. I don't know.
Or the aftermarket shock hoop and
Yeah.
the side of steering box and high steer. It's not a very accurate replica, and it's still asking that much. I mean, to be fair, those are all like upgrades, but if you want original like replica,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
that
Uh,
much money, it's I don't know, that's kind of tough.
wonder what those are for. I don't know.
A little
I thought maybe for
red
the
thing.
lights, but then I saw there was switches here too for the lights. I'm guessing the ones on the above the radio for the lights. I'm not sure. Some
No,
kind
I
of
bet
a
the ones on the left are the lights because they got the cover on them so that you can't accidentally turn them on. In some places, that makes it road legal because it's got a two different.
Oh, okay. Did
Uh,
not know that.
if I had to guess, that might be what it is.
Okay.
Because yeah, you can't accidentally trigger it and blind people on the highway. So it's
Clean though.
like putting your light bar or whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but also yeah, I don't know what those other switches would be.
Look, crack-free dash, but this you can actually tell here. This is
Oh,
one of those dash caps.
yeah.
You can see the very edge of the seam there. So there's a good example of the accuracy of the fit of a dash cap. I guess it maybe
Yep,
does.
yep,
I mean, looks way better than a cracked dash, that's for sure.
yeah.
Oh, I guess they do that because there's the screw holes on the bottom, and you can see the seam, the edge of it right here, where it kind of goes across. So that makes sense. But yeah, there's what the Back to the Future replicas are going for nowadays. Um, Now let's look at some things that the regular folk can afford here. See, this is from like, what's that?
Like the Land Cruiser you already showed us.
Yeah, there's that. And these are things
About
I've been
that.
saving here and there the last couple weeks. But let's see, this is a 1981 pickup, 250,000 miles. Not much info on it, but here's some pictures. Got some little bit of a rusty bed on it there. Comes with an extra bed, which is cool. I mean, around here, that bed alone is over $1,000. So
And
consider.
speed up.
Yeah. Besides the bed is actually pretty clean. So yeah, there's what you get for 5,800 bucks. Oh, interesting fact. Thanks, Cole. On the Back to the Future replica, the one I showed you on Bring a Trailer, this one right here actually, this one was the same truck used in the second and third movies. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Well,
Let's
then
see.
that makes it worth more money if it's the exact truck used.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Um, okay, it has movie memorabilia. Yeah, they said it's the film Back to the Future. Okay. Oh no, it says was refurbished by its previous owner in 2015 in the style of Marty McFly's truck. So maybe this I don't know, maybe it's not the same one. Hard to tell. There's got to be a lot of reps out there by now. It comes with the skateboard and the shoes. That's cool. But yeah, wrong truck.
That photo, it totally shows the normal suspension. It shows the push pull or the steering. It showed the push pull and the, or is this a different thing we're looking at here?
Oh, this is the one on
Oh,
Bring a Trailer.
first one. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense because that one's got the original setup for the steering and junk.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
the other one that had the U-bolt flip kit and junk. Ah, I got
Where were we here? Oh yeah. So here's a 1983 SR5 for 2,500 bones, 300,000 miles. This is actually a Trailblazer conversion. It's kind of like a Trekker. I want to say the Trekker came before or after the Trailblazer. I don't know. There was a period in there where Winnebago and this Griffith were doing these conversions before they offered the Forerunner. If you guys aren't familiar with the Toyota Trekker, do a Google search on it. It's pretty cool concept. The back half was actually fiberglass, but here it is, and you can see it's not two pieces there. It's all one solid piece. Or actually, you know what? I might be wrong there. It might just be two pieces but butted up against each other. I'll see if they got a good photo of that. Oh yeah, okay. So it is a
it.
separate piece.
Yeah, so the Trekker, I guess that would be the difference between them. The Trekker, it is one solid piece.
Okay.
But I've only seen one of those in person ever. They're super rare.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys are on Instagram, check out is it Mr. Fix It Kyle or Fix It Kyle? I can't recall. But he's a Toyota guy. He's actually here in Ohio. I bought that bed off of him. He bought a Trekker that had sat out for years. It was a rusty mess. He took the back half of the Trekker off, put it onto a first gen pickup 4-wheel drive long bed, and he's actually extending the back of the tracker, the back half by that what foot and a half difference, making it like the first long bed Trekker. It's pretty cool. And he's obviously good at fiberglass. It's not something I would attempt. I'm pretty sloppy when it comes to fiberglass. What about you? You ever mess around with fiberglass?
Nope.
No.
I got fiberglass front fenders, but I didn't have to do anything. I just uh, drilled out all the bolt holes and bolted them on.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, that's
uh,
it.
let's see. 84 Forerunner SR5. 200,000 miles. Has some bedside rust. He says not bad.
Ooh,
Um,
solid.
Lift 35s. Trade for a bass boat. If anyone has a bass boat they're looking to unload. But here she is. And this was in Ohio. Actually, pretty nice.
Yeah, it's got the inclinometer on the dash.
And here's how you know it's from Ohio. Ouch.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah.
$5,000. What's the frame like? I wonder.
uh, did I see that? Yeah, not bad actually. It's got some surface, but definitely better than most around here.
But that's not where they typically rust
That's
at.
true. Yeah, I guess oddly though, I see a lot of IFS frames that rot up in the front. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah, I've had a couple that rotted up in the front. Check out the old school 1980s pull-out tape deck. You remember those? Where you know when like people stole radios back in the day, you could actually grab that handle and pull it up and pull the whole tape deck out and like take it in like shopping with you or in your house at night.
Crazy.
Pretty cool piece of history. But yeah, there she is.
Tailgate looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, power windows.
Yeah, they didn't show us the back of the frame, but makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Honestly, for 5 grand, not bad. Being in Ohio, if you don't mind a little bit of body work, it's already lifted. It's already got 35s on it. Interior's pretty clean.
Mhm.
85 Toyota 4Runner Texas, 10 grand. So 22RE, trail gear axles. Um, brakes need bleeding, needs a fluids change, new injectors and fuel pump. And there's the trail gear uh, axle. That looks weird. Huh.
You haven't seen one of those before?
No, I expected to see the Toyota one. When he said trail gear axles, I thought he meant like you
No,
said
like
the.
the actual axle housing is trail gear. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I've not seen one of those before.
They're pretty beef.
Yeah. So pretty clean. Nice. You can tell it's been used quite a bit, but the outside's really nice. Nice
Yeah.
build too. A little bit of a little bit of rust there. So 10 grand.
Looks almost as bright as the truck in your background photo.
It actually might be the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
aftermarket red paint
Very
code.
similar to your truck.
Let's see here. 85, $15,500. We're getting more and more expensive here. Uh, Trail Gear High Steer Kit, 22 RE, 266,000 miles. AC, manual transmission, front and rear lockers, 35s, 4088 gears. So it's pretty much all built. Shock hoop, Bilstein 12-inch shocks, Chevy Leafs in the rear, um, winch, V6 brakes, so rock sliders, lots of goodies. But we'll see if you guys think it's worth 15 grand. And this is in California, by the way.
Ooh, comes with a dented fender. That. Get out of here.
Pretty clean, actually. I don't know. 15 grand. You got to consider, though, just the aftermarket parts, you know, alone. I
Yeah,
know
usually doesn't mean or translate to costing more though.
it doesn't, but I mean, if you're going to build a rig yourself, this would be a great jump start on it. But
Mhm. Just needs duals because he didn't say anything about regearing transfer cases.
I think he said it had.
Seven.
Oh, transfer. Yeah, no transfers. No. Okay,
And
we
it has
get
4 I think.
1986 here in Ohio, 7,500 bucks. Um, 86 on an 85 solid axle frame, fiberglass bed, rust-free truck. Frame is perfect. 2 dents in the cab. Oh, Clinton, you're gonna cringe. That's right. I saw this one before. It has a
Oh,
388 stroker motor, GM 350 block, board 60 over with a Eagle, blah 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 blah, dart heads, blah 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 blah. And I know we don't even care about V8s here, so uh,
I don't care about V8s at all.
no. Motor needs
Okay.
timing adjustment. It's just not quite right. Oil leak and high oil pressure and header flanges, blah 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 blah. Needs stuff. So 7,500 has roller tires on it. So here we go. Check it out. Yep, there it is. Big old V8. It is pretty clean body though for an Ohio truck. And that looks like the same bed I've got on mine where it has the solid metal inside with the fiberglass outside.
Oh yeah, it is fiberglass on the inside.
Nice dent on the roof there. Okay, there's the other cat. Is it yellow at some point? Yeah, it was. So this is a pretty quick paint job here on this one.
Yeah.
Nice frame. I don't know. What do you? You're probably far against this for 7,500 bucks just because of the V8
Oh,
swap.
absolutely.
Yeah. And being that you got to know what you're doing to tune it and get it running right,
Yeah.
that's another kind of picking the balls unless you know that stuff, which I don't. Jump back to the comments for a second and get caught up. Let's see, where do we go here? Oh, Jake, I didn't know that. The one from the movie was a turbo truck. Um, Actually, no. If it was an 85, it couldn't have been a turbo truck because turbos didn't come out until 86.
No
Um,
idea.
then again, if it was 85, it could have been an 86 model. I don't know. I gotta watch the movie now and pay attention, see what see what the badging is and the axles are, see what year that truck was. Um, yes, I remember that. Yeah, the movie truck, the real movie truck from the first one, ended up in Mexico for drug runs. Yes,
Oh, nice.
and they did. I believe they did find that one and restore that one, or was it the one they used in the second and third movies? I don't know. But usually when Toyotas go from U.S. to Mexico, they don't make it back over the border ever.
Yeah, RTE is 86 to 88.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Cole, nice. These are rare. Have you seen this, Clinton? A two-door second gen 4Runner. They made them only in
Yeah.
1989, I believe, or
One
1990. I
of
mean,
my uncles used to have one when I was growing up.
yeah.
They're very rare.
I
There was one for sale somewhat recently here for like 1,800 bucks. Had a pretty clean body on it too, but
Yeah, they're pretty
yeah, you
cool.
don't see them.
So I think that might be just a 1990 thing, and then they might have canceled it in 91. I don't know. What do you guys know? Let me know. Where are we here? Had an opinion question. Okay. Thoughts on these wheels for my two-wheel drive truck? I have Steelies on it right now, and these would give me a few more tire options. Picked up a set of four for 40. All right. I'm guessing there's an email here. Let me jump back over. I did not get your email, Matt, so we don't know what you're talking about there. But anytime you buy a set of four wheels for 40 bucks, I feel like you did pretty good.
Wikipedia says that the four door was available from 89 to 93.
Okay. Wow.
Hmm.
Oh, you mean the two door?
Sorry, the two door,
Two
yeah,
door. Okay.
89.
Surprised there's not a lot out there.
I don't know if they're very popular. Like, I mean, the fact or the point of like the Forerunner, at least that was the first like kind of like what you think of an SUV today. That was kind of like the first like more similar to what you see from an SUV today. You want to be able to cram your family in easily, and having four doors made a lot more sense. So they probably didn't sell very well,
That's
if I had
true.
to guess.
Yeah,
Um,
despite the fact that two doors are so much cooler, but
yeah, two doors are really cool, but I think that's when the big SUV boom started, and people wanted four doors. Yeah, for family.
yeah.
Uh, they look really cool both ways, though. And
Oh,
honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I love the look of the two door second gen Forerunner. I like it because it's rare and cool, but yeah, I honestly think the four door looks better.
having two kids, I can honestly say that it'd be worth it to get the four door.
Yeah, I
Putting
would imagine. Yeah,
putting kids in a two door is no fun. Um, I'm gonna pull a picture of this two door here so you guys can see what we're talking about here. Images. It almost reminds me a little bit of the Nissan Pathfinder, how it has that
yeah.
sort of angle here.
But like, I don't know. It kind of looks goofy without the rear door. Like that.
It
Like I feel like the very far back window pane, it might be the same window in the four door, two door, and the front window just looks out of place without a door there. I don't know.
it's almost like it almost looks like if you cut the car in half right here, like it almost looks symmetrical if you took out this back window.
Yeah,
Like if you just took out this back window, this could be the front or the back of the vehicle almost, you know?
yeah,
Like this could almost be the same piece of glass, this side here and this side here.
yeah.
But I don't know, it looks pretty cool just because you don't see it much, but yeah, not the most practical.
No.
Although I wonder if the windows like oh they do they have those little attachment points here so they like pop out like that 2 inch opening, you know?
Oh, like the back of the pickups. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Well, your pickups do. Our first gens do not. They
Yeah,
don't
I guess
open.
third gens are the first ones that actually opened,
Yeah.
popped out, which pretty much does nothing anyways. Uh,
Okay. Back to comments. How do you remove heavy pieces of metal from the inside of a box frame? Oh, you're talking about like large rust chunks, I assume. Um, well, when I did it, I had a hole, like a rust hole on the inside frame rail. So I just cut that out, and before I welded in the new piece, I brushed out what I could, and then I got a shop vac with I put I duct taped a smaller tube onto the end of it. I don't know how big it was, maybe inch and a half, 2 inches, um, and just like pushed it up in the frame and knocked off as much as I could while I was running the vacuum, and it sucked out a lot of stuff. A lot of times it actually just clogged it up and got stuck on the tip, so I'd pull it back out, clean it off, stick it back in, and did that so many times, and finally got all the chunks out. And you can only go up so far, maybe about halfway, because there's like these gussets in the middle of the frame, somewhere near the back of the cab. So there are some obstacles to kind of work around there. But yeah, there's really no good way to get large chunks of rust out um, without opening up the frame, unfortunately. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if you kind of parked at an incline and you could like get into the holes with a pressure washer and sort of blast it down forward. You got any tips? You're no, okay.
you pretty much got it. Yeah.
Because I've done that with mud to get the mud out of the frame. Is park on an incline and just blast it one way. Park it nose down and blast it toward the front first, then park it nose up and blast it toward the back, and try and get all the crud out that way. But there's no good solution that I know of. Yeah, I agree. The one on eBay, I think it has too much. I'm not sure which truck you're talking about, but I think the one on eBay did have too much of a lift to be a period correct movie truck.
Yeah, and instead of all those other aftermarket parts on there, that it's just not a movie truck.
Yeah,
More if it's styled like it, but yeah, I wouldn't consider it movie accurate.
yeah.
Makes it worth less in my mind if you're trying to buy a movie truck.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to spend that much on a movie truck, it needs to be like the legit thing. You're probably not going to take
Yeah,
it off road.
like you might as well be buying like an '88 that's been solid axle swapped and
Exactly.
to be a movie truck.
Okay, more info on the movie truck. The 85 in the first movie was wrecked. The second and third movie, 85, went to Mexico. Okay. We're learning a lot today about the
Back to the Future trucks, yeah.
yeah. Um and the okay, the first movie 85 was wrecked by the owner who won the raffle they had after the movie. So they gave it away. Some
Oh, I
guy
didn't know
won it
that.
and wrecked it. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Cole, you are a wealth of information on this. Thank you.
Now was that
Appreciate it.
like is that Toyota that gave that away, or was it would it have been the
Ah,
production
that's a
company?
good question. I
Because
don't know.
I mean, I that like that truck's got to be like 100% product placement. There's no way that, like the the, the movie was like we're gonna put Toyotas in it because we love Toyotas.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah, I don't know.
wondering if that belonged to Toyota and then Toyota gave it away after, or the Toyota gave them the truck for production and then the production gave it away. I don't know. I actually don't know. I didn't know they gave it away. So
I may have to do some research on this for the next show.
Yeah, right.
Give a full report of all the trucks and the history on them and all that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So 15 by 7 Jeep Snowflake wheels. Oh, I know those wheels. Those are the ones you bought for $40. Score. You can't go wrong with four alloys for $40. Let's see. Does it make sense to put twin sticks 4.7 on IFS 86 4Runner 22RE?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I mean, why
If you want
why
the
not?
creepy crawly, absolutely. It makes off-roading a heck of a lot easier. It's a lot easier on your drivetrain parts, just because you have the option to creepy crawl up things. I mean, if you're still IFS, do you have lockers? Because I would invest in lockers and then, or at least a rear locker and then lower gears.
Yeah.
Um, if you wanted like an order to that, but yeah, it does make sense. If you like IFS, you can put twin sticks in it. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Or 4.7 gear, I guess.
Yeah.
You can do a 4.7 without twin sticks.
I think too your IFS would thank you because you're not going to have to bash on climbs as hard to get over if you can have
Yeah,
that
exactly.
crawling
Yeah.
gear. You may preserve the life of your IFS.
Hmm.
Let's see. Do you guys need to spray your undercarriage with WD-40 for the winter? Last longer, no rust. Uh, I've seen people use a lot of stuff. I use fluid film. I've seen people use oil, WD-40 too. I think that might get expensive though. I don't know if you can get WD-40 in like a bulk size or not, but yeah, anything you put on it for the winter will preserve it. Um, the thing with the fluid film I like is that you can put it on and it gets you can put on kind of thick. I like that extra peace of mind for that extra layer of protection. And you can put some on there, drive down a gravel road. It'll pick up some dust and kind of like make it a little bit like less runny. And then it gets kind of hard on there and so almost like sort of solid, almost like a grease. So it's a good formulation. Never tried WD-40 though, but that would work too. It'd just be a little bit thinner and smell a lot better. Did y'all see the guy fixing to spend 10,000 on an 81 Toyota salvage title? I did not see that.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't know
don't know
what
what the
guy, what, like another YouTuber or something.
I don't know, maybe. Uh, Back to the Future video on the movie trucks. Back to the Future. Oh, okay. So there's a video out there. I'll check it out. Uh, I think this is for you. John asks, are we going for the Billy Ray Cyrus haircut?
No, I just going for a mullet.
You know what? It's been so long since I've seen
Yeah, I wouldn't even actually know what it looked like either.
Billy Ray Cyrus. I mean, he was around in like that was like 90s, wasn't it? Achy
Yeah,
Breaky Heart. Let's see here. Let's go over here. Okay, he's changed since I last recall with him. I don't. Oh, here we go.
no, I have.
I think that was him in his prime there,
It's
1992.
curly.
Yeah, he's got I'd say a good year of length on your
Yeah,
mullet
a
there.
good bit of length on me, but also it's just yeah, it's overall it's not nearly as curly.
Yeah, yeah, definitely not. I don't think Billy Ray can touch what you got going on. I mean, definitely not at this age. Look at this guy now, man. That's rough. Then
uh,
again, if your daughter was Miley, that I'm surprised he doesn't
yeah,
have he doesn't have more gray hair.
yeah,
But good question though. Um, yeah, it's cheap if you buy the gallon. Okay, so you can buy WD-40 in a gallon. Good to know.
yeah, yeah.
I've never needed a gallon of WD-40, and I hope I don't. But 3D printing, interesting. There are files that people have made for the pickups and forerunners on Thingiverse. Come in handy a few times. I'm curious what kind of parts they're printing up. Um, I've looked into it. I don't have any. I've never done any kind of 3D printing, but I've seen it done, and I think the biggest drawback right now is the material, the quality of the plastic. It's not going to be UV resistant. So say there was something that always breaks, like shifter trims. Every single one is broken. I thought about getting into 3D printing and making them, but if it's not going to hold up to the UV rays and the sun and the heat and just break or warp again, is it really worth it? I don't know.
I see
But what's that?
visor clips. It's one of the first things that came up when I looked it up.
Okay, yeah,
Like the little clips that go in your headliner to
yeah,
clip the visor up. There's also window knobs and winders. There's a bunch of things on Thingiverse for to pick up.
yeah. I'm curious how that kind of plastic will hold up in a automotive use.
Or the heater control knobs are on there too.
Oh, that's cool.
Um, yeah, that's true. Exactly. How would those hold up long term?
I do think though that 3D printing is going to be the future, and like a lot of these rare parts that we can't get now are going to be, readily available down the road. I mean, 3D printing has only been what like around like mainstream for what 10 years. So
So what I find really interesting about 3D printing is people that have like you can print a Toyota third member, like I mean obviously it's like a tenth scale, but you could also print a whole W56 or a 22RE that all work. I mean they don't run, but you can put a little electric motor on it and have the 22RE turning over and turning the transmission and turning the axles. I don't know why that stuff exists, but it's cool.
it is cool. It's cool that somebody actually like I don't know is
Took the
smart
time
enough
to
to make it. Yeah,
yeah,
in the time. Yeah,
yeah, like you can print off a whole working, or once again, not working, but moving 22RE, which is nuts.
that is pretty cool. Um,
It would be something cool if you were like into like the RCs and stuff to like put a 22RE and stuff like in the RC.
yeah,
Um, especially if you put a little electric motor on it so that it's turning over and the little fans turning over while you're like driving, that would be really cool. Um, I'm not into RCs enough to get a 3D printer just to do that. That RC is now a shelf princess. I don't
you
need
you've got the real thing, so you don't really need to have time for an
exactly.
RC.
Yeah.
No, I oh, someone said you can print it in ABS plastic. So I guess
And
that's
then
the solution.
that's stronger. I mean, I don't know what the normal print or what people generally print in.
I
I
don't
thought
know.
it was ABS was the standard, but
Um,
I don't.
I know
Oh,
like
hood clip. I need one of those.
what's that?
That's the hood clip or
Oh
the
yeah, yes,
they always
they
break.
all break.
Like you can 3D print one. Well,
um,
thanks for the comment and on blocking or not unlock, just showing me that you can do this on Thingiverse. It's hilarious.
Although
It's
there
just
are 3D printers that can actually print in metal. I don't know how they do it, but there I've seen it done like on an industrial level. You can print in metal. And there's
oh
some supercar, I forget what it's called, but they actually print the frame, like the not like a don't picture a tube frame, but picture like an actual like sort of like formed space frame kind of thing, but it's actually 3D printed.
yeah, that's
So
cool.
yeah, I think one day that will be the answer to all of our chalky plastics and missing and rare parts.
Yeah,
Um, let's see here. I just realized we are a bit over here, so
bit over time. Yeah.
let's wrap up these comments and we'll call it a night. Maybe one
Great.
last check on the emails here. Let's see here. No, John, we appreciate the Billy Ray Cyrus comparison. It really brought me up to date on uh, my
Reset.
my Billy Ray mullet knowledge. I'm surprised he's not rocking it again though. It's back. The mullet is back,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
he made it what it was back in the day. Embrace it. Sandblasting a box frame. I guess you're talking about the inside. I don't even know, man. Um, because you're gonna get, yeah, you get the rust out. You get some of the rust out. I don't think you'll get it all out. Then you're gonna have a frame full of sand, which I guess you could wash that out afterwards in the same way we talked about earlier, just tipping it and power washing it. But that's going to be a project for sure. I'd say go for it and just make sure you clean out as well as you can so you don't leave, debris in there and have that collect more moisture and continue the rust problem. Um, yeah. Okay, another comment on the ABS plastic. So there's the answer for that. Um, all right. Well, hey, I'm out of date on my 3D printing. Apparently, the plastics have been improving, so uh, there are good options for that. All right, Cole. I will check out the email and get that link. So apparently ABS and PETG. Don't know what that stands for, but that's a good plastic for 3D printing the automotive parts. Um, PLA, lower melting point. Okay.
So we've gone from like mullets and 3D printing and what else have we done? We've gone on a few journeys here. Off topic.
We have. Okay, I mentioned earlier they 3D print metal. They do it with lasers. So there's the answer for that. So they sinister metal powder with a laser and then apply another layer. That's pretty cool. You guys are so smart. I feel like I'm so behind the times when it comes to this technology,
Yeah.
Me over here with my car-rated truck. Uh, Nylon reinforced with carbon fiber. So, all right, we have our resident CompWiz 101. Thank you. We have our resident 3D printer expert in the house tonight. We have learned a lot.
Yeah.
My thoughts on welding up all the holes in the frame. You know, I've always wondered why don't they do that in the first place? Why do they have holes in the frame in the first place? Why wouldn't they just make it sealed airtight from the factory? Do you know any reason why they would put the holes there?
No idea. I mean, there's even more holes like in newer frames.
Yeah.
Like, I was at my local Toyota dealership recently, and they were putting rock sliders on a new Tacoma, and they just bolt in the pre-existing holes that exist all the way down a frame. Like, oh, interesting. Also, what else is interesting is I looked up Thingiverse for like what 2 minutes there, and now my web browser, all my ads are by a 3D printer.
Google's watching.
Yeah, it was quick.
All my ads are for hair care products.
Yeah.
CompWiz 101 drainage perhaps. Drainage, yeah, I could see, but what if they were airtight to begin with, so no water could ever get inside? Yeah, I don't know. Um, Weight reduction, okay, I could see that. I do know the Broncos, they were solid with zero holes though, or just mostly solid like the Toyotas. I think 81 they basically made them like Swiss cheese to lighten them up, and those were just full of holes. Um, but I've never seen I've never seen a fully boxed frame that has zero holes in it. Maybe it's something with like the manufacturing process, or to make it easier to move in the factory as like a jig with maybe they put hooks in it or something like that to lift it. I don't know, but interesting question. All right, jump into a couple last emails, and we're gonna call it a night here. This is from Zane, 88 Forerunner, 3.4 swapped. Nice. Very nice. Clean
It's
too.
to avoid a body lift, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Idaho. Yeah, nice. Clean.
Those are newer Forerunner rims. They're like
Oh yeah, good eye.
rims.
Yes, those are. Yep. I like those.
Hmm.
Looks good. Man, I just want a Forerunner so bad. A first gen. I just want to drive around with the top down. It'd be so cool.
that's the best part about them. That's really their biggest selling feature. Is the fact that you can take the roof off.
It
It
is.
sounds
Well,
like such a nice summer cruiser.
it would be. Well, that and to take the kids too.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. All right, this is the last email. This is the one titled "Should I Buy?" New to the channel. All right, cool. 85. Toyota pickup 22R, manual long bed. I like it. Solid axle, Texas ranch truck. Last
Yeah.
on the road in 2010. Let's see, needs a new engine. Has no compression. Not a big deal. That would be the least of all deterrents for me because you can pick up a 22R for 500 bucks. Um, clean title. Man, $1,000. I would buy that right now.
Yeah. Especially, they said it was a Texas truck.
Texas truck. Yep.
Yeah, so it should be super clean as far as rust goes.
It looks beautiful. That's
Yeah, and if it only needs a motor, that's like nothing.
yeah. A motor is a day's work and 500 bucks.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to buy that truck.
I don't know
Man.
if I'd ever get into a single cab though.
Yeah, I mean having an extra cab is nice. Single cab, yeah. You get used to having all that space for all your gear and all your stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't know. For this, I would definitely do it for sure. Um,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, man, that's definitely a good deal. Minimal rust. I hope you buy this. If I had a way, man, I'd buy all the Texas trucks. No, $1,000 is a really good deal for that truck. Um, 500 bucks for a motor. Help me. I've got a, I've got 222 or yeah, I've got a 22R sitting on a stand in my garage. That's how common they are around here. You can get them all day long for under 500 bucks, really.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. Yeah. I never see them more than 500 bucks.
yeah, and that's like long block, all the accessories, everything you need too. So you'd have a
Yeah.
lot of extra parts. So you could probably actually sell off the parts and break even, by the time you sell the power steering and the alternator and whatever else you don't need. But yeah, pick it up, man. Jump on it. Um,
Or use the opportunity to do a better swap than 22 RE
or that,
or
yeah,
something. they're they're also just as cheap. You can get a 3RZ for 500 bucks as well.
yeah,
Couple extra parts you need to get, but not bad. Just because 22 REs are getting hard to come by that are in good shape.
yeah. Most of them are pretty whooped by this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people buy those like the Jasper motors from like the AutoZone or Napa or whatever, and I've heard
Mm.
bad stuff about those too. I guess they're all like Chinese parts.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather go with a healthy used OEM, Toyota motor
Yeah,
instead of a rebuilt.
like that still has OEM parts in it, not
Yep.
Chinese rebuild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know when buying a rebuild whether they use really cheap Rock Auto parts
Mm,
or OEM parts. I mean, to me, if you're going to rebuild something, it'll be worthwhile to go OEM pretty much everything. And then
right.
you know you're going to get several 100,000 miles out of the thing. But yeah,
All right, guys. Well, we are going to call it a night. Thanks for sticking
only half
around.
an hour later than
Yeah. Well, we
usual.
we both
I
missed
think we're
out last week, so we're catching
yeah
up.
we're making up for some missed weeks.
Yeah. So thanks for checking in, and we'll see you guys in 2 more weeks. And I don't know. I think we'll still do it on my channel for a while until I know we get a bigger crowd over to the new channel, and I'll let everybody know with multiple announcements when that does get switched over. So
Go subscribe.
yeah, go subscribe. Link is up at the top. And you know what? Just in case you're lazy and you don't want
Do
to scroll
subscribe.
up, here, put it right here again. Paste. There is the link for the future home of the show. So go over there, subscribe, and thanks for checking in. Have a good night.
See you guys.